So unfortunately, at the moment, we're back home, but I did end up filming a day at the theater back when we were doing Mayerling. So yeah, this is a little bit late, but this is that vlog, so here we go. My day usually starts around 7 a.m. with my first alarm, and then it really starts around 7:30 when I actually get my butt out of my bed and get into the kitchen to make myself some breakfast. Of course, the first part of my day is coffee, followed by some small breakfast, usually an egg or something with protein. Yeah, then I'm out the door. So it takes me a while to get to the theater. It's been really funky weather these days, so it takes me even longer. But yeah, I get to the theater. I didn't film during class because honestly, I don't know, class has been rough these days, getting back into it after COVID, and yeah, no one needs to see that. First thing, of course, at work every day is we have ballet class for an hour. After class, head downstairs, get myself prepared for the first act. So on this particular day, it was a double full rehearsal day, and the same cast of soloists was repeating it twice. Only a couple of us were changing or doing any kind of like different roles. So in the morning, along with the things that I normally do with that cast, which were pretty easy core things, I also ended up doing the first pas de deux of Louise in the first act, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It went quite well. It's always kind of nerve-wracking to do it on stage with the dress for the first time, and also you have this kind of this fake butt, you have gloves. So yeah, I mean, I think it went quite well. We had a little bit of a speed bump with the second pirouette, but other than that, it went pretty well. Since I was doing other parts, I ran off into the wings, changed my clothes pretty quickly, and got back on stage for the second act tavern scene, where I was also doing just a regular prostitute. Then the rest of the rehearsal, to be completely honest, no matter what I'm doing, Louise also, I'm not really doing much in the third act. For rehearsals, you have to always stay until the very end of the rehearsal so that they can give you some corrections. Since it was morning, evening rehearsal, I had enough time to get myself back home. I ate at home, rested a bunch, played some video games, watched some TV or something like that, and then for general rehearsals or shows, we are required to be there like an hour before the show starts to do our makeup, to prepare ourselves, all that fun stuff. Even though I wasn't doing too much, we all have to put wigs on for any part in this ballet. So I got there, got my wig done, had a quick dinner from the buffet, then had waltz. It was a pretty calm rehearsal in the evening because I only had waltz and pipe lady. Yeah, I wasn't doing much, but of course I had to stay until the end of that rehearsal as well. A bunch of us ended up playing Monopoly in the dressing room. After that rehearsal finished, I headed home. Yeah, that was the end of the day. So actually the shows, all in all, they went pretty well. I'm quite pleased. Of course, there's always stuff that you can fixate on. You can definitely have done something better always, but I mean, it's also a live performance. You have to give yourself a little bit of a pass sometimes because you never know. I mean, anything can happen on stage, and the beauty of live performances is that it's always going to be different. You can never account for everything. You know, how you're feeling that day, your partner is feeling, the floor, how slippery it is, if your shoes are too soft or too hard, or you know, there's just so many variables, and that's the beauty of it. So I think that it went quite well, and I'm pretty pleased. These shows return in March, and those are going to be unfortunately our last shows of Mayerling ever, so a little bit disappointing, but of course I'm anyway just happy that we could do it at all. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. See you!